To draft like a Masters player in Ranked Brawl Stars. Watch this video to the end because I will run down exactly what brawlers to max out, what brawlers to pick and ban for every game mode. Step 1. Understand brawler archetypes. Learn to categorize brawlers into groups. Here's a little guide on brawler archetypes. There are 6 main brawler archetypes in Brawl Stars, and I'm not talking about the brawler groups that are in Brawl Stars because they are pretty inaccurate. It includes snipers, tanks, assassins, throwers, tank counters, and supports. Snipers are brawlers that excel at dealing damage from a distance. They typically have high attack range and low health. Examples are Colt, Brock, and Piper. Tanks are brawlers that are good at absorbing damage and protecting their teammates. They typically have high health and low damage. Some examples are Bull, Frank, and El Primo. Assassins are brawlers that are good at quickly taking down enemies. They typically have high damage output and low health. Some examples of assassins include Leon, Mortis, and Edgar. Throwers are brawlers that can deal damage over a wall and deal good damage. They typically have low health. Some examples of throwers include Barley, Dynamite, and Sprout. Damage dealers are brawlers that are good at countering tanks and keeping control of the map. They typically have high damage output and medium range, and a decent amount of health. Some examples of damage dealers include Gale, Jean, Crow, and Lou. Even though he does have a long range, he is mainly used to get control of the map. Supports are brawlers that can help their teammates in different ways. They can provide healing, shields, or other buffs. Some examples of supports include Pam, Poco, and Russ. There are some brawlers that are in several categories, but every brawler has a category that they are mainly used for. This is the list of brawlers in each category. I suggest the best way to upgrade is to max out one brawler from each category and learn how to play them well so that you have an option for every map and mode. To do banning, there's 2 ways to do this. Either pick a brawler that would counter you, or pick a brawler that has been really annoying in the map in your experience. Here is what you do if you have multiple brawler options for each map. If you have first pick, then you should pick a brawler that is good for the map, and this doesn't mean to just follow tier lists, but just look at the map and see good options that can dominate the map, or brawlers that you've worked on the map. The important thing is to not just solely go off of the tier lists, and rather go with the options that you have seen done really well in the map. If you have second pick, you should focus on either countering the opponent or a brawler that complements your teammate. And if you have third pick, you should just focus on countering the opponent the best you possibly can. It is impossible to know exactly what brawlers counters the others, but here are the brawler archetypes that can counter each other. Assassins generally counter snipers and throwers. Tanks can generally counter assassins and supports. Damage dealers can generally counter tanks. Snipers can generally counter tanks and low-range assassins. And throwers can counter any brawler that can't go over a wall, depending on the map. Apart from knowing this, you also just need a lot of experience to fight the opponents and win more games, which is why, along with this drafting guide, I made a full guide on getting Masters in Ranked, and it should be on the screen right now or linked in the description, so subscribe and watch that video.